Okay, so today we're going to talk about what you must know about Baby Dogecoin. And this is very important because a lot of people don't know this, and a lot of people just got things all wrong and just incorrect. So, we're going to talk about this today. Definitely hit the like button and subscribe. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor, none of this is financial advice. Leave a comment in the comment section, all that good stuff. And definitely come over here and check out Chart Prime, link in the description for the best trading view indicators. So let's go over what you must know about Baby Dogecoin right now. So this is very important. We're just going to do that first, and then we're going to talk about some other stuff with Baby Doge. But this was just now posted by the Baby Doge developers on the Baby Doge Twitter, and it's very important because a lot of people don't understand this. And 70.1% people say, yes, I know, including myself, and 29.9% people say, no, I didn't know. Now, this isn't to knock the people that don't know, but this is to inform the people that don't know, that haven't seen this post yet. So let's go over this. Now, the first thing they say is, do you understand that manually burning 50 quadrillion on BNB chain, one, will not come out of the circulating supply or lower it? So what they're saying is if they manually burn 50Q, was just 50 quadrillion coins on the BNB chain, it will not come out of the circulating supply or lower it. So it will not lower the circulating supply and it will not come out of the circulating supply. That's number one. Number two, they say it will not lower the circulating supply you see on CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko. So it won't lower the one you see on CoinMarketCap on CoinGecko either, because it's not lowering the circulating supply on those two. It's not coming out of the circulating supply. It's coming out of the uncirculating supply. So that's two. Now, three, they say will not make it kill a zero, as people say, or increase in value at all, because it's not coming out of the circulating supply, so it doesn't necessarily matter. And I've been trying to explain this to people for the longest. And shout out to the developers and the Twitter team here on Baby Doge for coming out here and saying this, because I've been saying it for so long and people just won't listen to me. But also they say four, circulating supply will stay the same as it is, which is pretty much everything they just now said here. They're trying to really like bash it into your head, like this is how it is, and it is exactly how it is. So yeah, circulating supply will stay the same as it is. Remember, this is all talking about if they manually burn 50 quadrillion on the BNB chain. Now, that's why I said the burns don't matter. It's really the tokenomics tax that we have to get rid of. And then they say five, we cannot take coins out of users' wallets and force them to burn. And literally, if they're going to burn 50 quadrillion or 100 quadrillion, they would literally have to take coins from you. They would literally have to take all your coins, all of mine, and all of everyone else's and burn it. And that literally cannot happen, because then that would be a scam. It would be a rug pull, literally. So people are just so illogical. Like, you cannot burn 100 quadrillion if you're holding it. You yourself are holding the 100 quadrillion. Me, I'm holding some of it. Everybody is holding this 100 quadrillion. How are we going to burn it when everybody is holding it? And this is where like logic has to come into play. A lot of people are not logically thinking. I tried to break this down to people. I pointed out literally about 20 Baby Doge wallets. Between 20 Baby Doge wallets total, most of the supply is there between those 20 to 100 Baby Doge wallets. How are you going to burn the coins when these 20 to 100 wallets hold most of the coins? And then you go to all the other millions of wallets and they literally hold the same. So how are you going to burn those coins when everybody's holding them? It's just illogical. People don't think. But anyways, this isn't to bash anybody. This is just to, show pure logic. Like, we got to be logical thinkers. And the problem is when you explain logically to people this type of stuff, it hurts their ego. It makes them feel bad. So they just won't accept no for an answer. They'll just say, well, what about this? But what about this? But what about this? What about that? They'll just do that to try to deflect taking accountability. Like, take some accountability. You are wrong. Accept that you're wrong. Take the L, learn that you're wrong, and then realize what is right, what is wrong, and then differentiate the two, and then make your own assumption, I guess, if you want. But if you're smart, you're going to accept the fact that you're wrong and learn more. Like, when I'm wrong about something, I accept it, I learn about it, and then I make sure I'm not wrong in the future by learning exactly what it was that I'm wrong about. But for some reason, when people are in the Baby Doge army are wrong, they're like, nope, I'm just going to stay wrong and continue to think that this is how it goes, because it's going to hurt my ego if I take that L. It's going to hurt my ego if I feel like I'm wrong. So I'm not wrong. And that's pretty much how people are moving. Like, it's pure ego. Like, come on. Anyways, it's obvious that this is all correct. It's obvious this is how it works. But I try to explain it to people. People just don't understand. But most people in the Baby Doge army understand, and that's shown by this poll here. And then the ones that said no, I didn't know. Well, those people are accepting that they were wrong, and they're taking that accountability, and they're learning what the right move is. So shout out to them as well. As long as you're learning what it is you're wrong about instead of staying ignorant, that's all that really matters. Now, number 6 says Baby Doge has been very successful with how it was originally developed. So that's true as well. But they said, do you understand that mainly burning 50 quadrillion on BNB chain? Number 6, Baby Doge has been very successful with how it was originally developed. I definitely agree, but it will be 1,000 times more successful if we take off the 10% tax. And I'm gonna stick with that. I'm sticking with that. Maybe you can prove me that I'm wrong and I'll accept it. But for now, I'm sticking with that until someone can really bring the facts about the 10%, tax. Like, I don't see it benefiting us in the long run. Like, yes, it does benefit like charities and stuff because we're donating to charities, but we're not going to get as high as we want to get inside of the market cap. Like, we're not going to get to where we want to be, like 10, 15, 20 billion market cap when we're losing 10% every single transaction. It's just not logical. Now, obviously, people are talking about how on centralized exchanges, you don't pay that 10% tax, which is saying that's where most trading goes on at, which I do agree. Y'all are right there. I'll accept that. But I don't like to use the centralized exchanges because if it's not your keys, it's not your crypto. And I only hold Baby Doge on like external wallets, like Trust Wallet, and also on my Ledger. But I will not have it just sitting in a centralized exchange. Now, some of them I will. Like, I really like Mexi Global, so I'll do that. But there's others that I really am not sure on. Like, for example, KuCoin, they're getting KYC'd. They're getting attacked now, their exchange. So things are going to start changing up at KuCoin. And this can happen with any exchange at any given time. So that's why you got to be careful with exchanges. At one point in time, Binance used to be available in the US, but then Binance was no longer available in the US. People had to move all their crypto off. Some people probably lost their crypto because they didn't do it enough time. And it's just why I like holding on offline wallets. I don't really like holding in like Binance and stuff like that. But anyways, moving on to the next. Now, number 7, the community/market is what determines the value, not burns, not a team. Purely do users enjoy the meme community. I'm going to read that one more time so then we can understand it. The community, which is us, the people, / the market, which is still us, the people, is what determines the value, supply and demand. They said not burns, not a team. Purely do users enjoy the meme community, which is 100% true. The users pretty much control the value. Like, if there's more demand, then the price is going to go up. If the supply and demand is right, the supply or the demand, it'll go up. So as long as there's lots of demand, the value will go up. Now, what I am saying is if we take off the 10% tax, then that will inevitably create more demand. And that's for buying on offline purposes, not offline purposes, but, buying and holding on like these other wallets. We're not talking about on holding it on KuCoin, holding it on Mexi Global, Huobi. We're talking about buying it, holding it on Trust Wallet and Ledger. You're going to be paying that 10% tax, but it will increase the demand to buy on those other avenues if we take off that tax. So just saying, and also increase the demand of people sending from these online wallets from like Mexi Global, Huobi, and all that, and sending it to the offline ones like Trust Wallet and Ledger. So just leaving that out there. Now, number 8. Bitcoin and BNB is in the same place it was 2 years ago. That's a really big fact. Like, people are saying, oh, Baby Doge hasn't done anything for 2 years. Well, Bitcoin hasn't done anything for 2 years. Actually, in the last 2 years, if you look at Bitcoin, it's pretty much down in the last 2 years. Now, like, it's literally been in the same position now. It's up 55.4% in the last year. But that's just because we had a recent increase in price. But for the last 2 years, I mean, Bitcoin's really been doing the same thing as Baby Doge, if we're going to be completely honest here. So actually, if you look at it, Bitcoin is actually down from 2 years ago. So go figure. And also the same thing for BNB. BNB is literally doing the same thing. Like in the last year, only up 6.7%. But if you look at the last 2 years for BNB, what is it? It is down. So it's down slightly from the last 2 years, and it really hasn't been doing anything. It's literally in almost the same position it was 2 years ago. And then if you look at for Baby Doge in the last 2 years, it's literally the same exact thing. Actually, Baby Doge is up a little bit more. Well, actually, no, because around July, around this time, we were a little bit higher, but still, like we're literally the same as Bitcoin, BNB, Ethereum, all these other cryptos. We're literally at the same position. So go figure. And this is why this video is so important. Like a lot of people just don't think before they speak. But anyways, burning out of non-circulating supply will only improve security in that those burned tokens cannot be sold off, which is true. That is very true. But we're already pretty secure as we are. And now look, people are still trying to argue the fact. Like this is so stupid when people try to argue facts and call facts opinions. And I'm not calling this person stupid, obviously, but I'm just saying, like in general, like people just want their opinions to be facts. Opinion cannot really be a fact unless it is indeed a fact. Like let's say my opinion is 2 times 2 is 4. Well, it's obviously 4. So it's not my opinion, it's a fact. But anyways, it says over here, when you burn out of, this is what this person said. They said, when you burn out of circulation coins, total supply will drop. Team, it will. Okay, this person's grammar is pretty bad. So when I read this, don't think I'm stupid. I'm just reading what someone else said, okay? But yeah, they're probably, English probably isn't their first language, which is okay. A lot of people in Baby Doge, English isn't the first language, which is okay. But anyways, it says, when you burn out of circulation coins, total supply will drop. Team, it will attract new investors and will also give hope to the early investors. Success confidence will rise. So please do it. First to each side, that team promise, and then start burning from BSC. They say, we can't burn the circulation coins. This can only happen if users burn their coins or pay the transaction fee that goes to burn, which is true. There's not enough coins to burn the amount that people want to burn. Not enough circulating. And then over here, this person said burning out of non-circulating supply will only improve security in that those burned tokens cannot be sold off. This is very important. And more importantly, the team cannot stop the price growth by selling. And then they said, look at the wallet history, though. They haven't been sold. And then over here, someone says, in case of true words, burn 50 quadrillion so that we can see whether your words are true or not. Oh my God. I just don't understand people. Like, did you not just read what they said? They physically cannot sell, or they physically cannot burn 50 quadrillion because we are holding the coins. There's literally nowhere for them to take from. They burn so much now that literally the only thing we can do is burn what we're holding. And people, they just don't understand. They just don't understand. You can't explain logic to someone who believes that they're right. If someone believes they're right and their ego is way, way too big, way too high, you can never explain pure logic to them because their ego will never allow it to be true. Even though it is true, their ego will never allow it to be true in their mind. And this is kind of funny. I'm talking like psychology stuff here, but it's simple psychology. Like at this point, we just gotta stop giving them time. We just gotta stop giving them the time of day. You know. Anyways, it says they responded to that by saying, we showed you on ETH, it had no effect. It's the same as the ETH burn that many complained about, which is true. Drew DJV, shout out to him, big supporter of the Baby Doge army, says, yes, very true, because the only coins that have value are the circulating ones. But burning some more would still be good because it'll increase the amount of reflections going to the burn wallet, which is from circulation. That is true. But one thing I will say is that we can't burn 50 quadrillion. There's just not 50 quadrillion to burn. But I do agree that burning a little bit more will help with reflections, which is from circulating supply. So that will help with reflections. But my argument is that we just need to get rid of the 10% tax altogether. But I see where you're coming from too. For as long as we have the taxes, it would be cool to have another like 1 quadrillion burn, only like 1 quadrillion, just to see some reflections moving. And just to see some volume, we just need some more volume in here to give some people some more hope. This person down here says, for Baby Doge to go back to having big movements and the arrival of new holders, just listing it on Binance Pepe and Floki, our direct competitors, are already there. Let's pass again, team. Which I do agree. If we take off the tokenomics tax, it'll be a lot easier to get on Binance. Binance can also still list us with the tax. So I'm not saying they cannot list us with the tax on there, because they definitely can list us with the tax being there. It'll just be much easier to get listed without it. But, that's just my opinion personally. I'm not even going to say that's a fact. So that's my opinion. But it is what it is. At least I can admit when maybe I am wrong, or maybe something is just my opinion. Then a lot of the people never see it. Anyways, Udre says Baby Doge's liquidity is enormous, which is true. It's very enormous. Says we need to incentivize trading. Facts, big facts. Shout out to Udre for this. Everyone, go over here and follow Udre here on Twitter. Like, you're 100% right. And he says we need to incentivize trading, lower the fees, facts, distribute current circulating supply to other blockchains with their own liquidity pools. I don't know about that one, because when we went to Ethereum, we really didn't do much. Like, we didn't get much done moving to Ethereum. Now that we have no tax on Ethereum, I definitely think it's good. But if we are to distribute our current circulating supply to other blockchains, which is pretty smart, because it's pretty smart on the growth perspective. So shout out to Udare for this. It's pretty smart. But I would say we would have to go to these other blockchains without the 10% tax. Like, we would need to lower the 10% tax, or we could just take it to 1%, and that 1% going to the marketing, or maybe do 2% tax, and then the 2% goes to marketing and donations, because we still need to donate to animal shelters and we still need money for marketing. So maybe just do 2% tax. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And he also says create internal bridge to other blockchains, pretty good as well, and allow traders to arbitrage the price differences, which is also pretty good. So yeah, this would also incentivizing a lot of trading. So shout out to Udare. This is a pretty good message here. I'm going to go ahead and give Udare a follow for that. That was actually really smart. And I think Baby Doge team should actually look at that. So I'll go ahead and retweet that. Shout out to the Baby Doge army. There's some people with some good knowledge here. And shout out to everybody on here. This guy says, oh yeah, I also listen to this person for signals, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I think all this is no longer any questions. There's just people talking on different things. Someone says stop this conversation as I already burned billions of coins, and the team said there would be a big burn last year and nothing. And a few days ago, burned 50Q on EVE network and nothing on the BSC. The team is now having commitment to the community for this is what. So actually, when they were talking about the burn portal, they actually did go through it and burn through the burn portal. So I think S Corp official, you should definitely go back and read up on the burn portal and how that went, because they actually did burn on the burn portal. After they said that they would match us by ×5, they did exactly that. So they actually stayed true to their word. So it is what it is, though. But yeah, a lot of people have different opinions here. I'll read this last one, or these last two. This person says that will be great. That will be really great if 50Q is burned on BSC. It will increase the quantity. But we already explained how it can't physically happen without people burning their own coins. And then Bruce Wayne says burning 50 quadrillion Baby Doge coin tokens could improve the project in several ways by reducing supply. Scarcity is created, potentially driving up demand and token value. Which, I mean, burning 50 quadrillion from the circulating supply is much needed, but like if you're burning from the non-circulating supply, it literally does nothing. It has to literally come from the circulating supply, not the non-circulating supply. And able to burn from the circulating supply, all these people holding Baby Dogecoin would have to literally burn what they have. Because look, this right here, Unicrypt, I'm gonna tell you this right now. What Unicrypt does is they lock liquidity. They lock the money. So this is really not circulating. The money inside Unicrypt is not circulating. When you see money coming from Unicrypt, it's coming from non-circulating supply. And they take it and send it to the deployer so then they can burn it. I'm going to say this one more time. Listen, Unicrypt is used for token locking, which means those coins are no longer circulating. So when they take and pull money from that non-circulating supply from Unicrypt, which is locked, and send it to the deployer, so then they can then burn it for people, so people can be happy. Well, none of that money from there is circulating at that point. That money is being burned like they're doing here and showing you the burns. Like all the transactions are here. The Baby Doge team, they're not just sending money places and just withdrawing it and selling it. They're literally taking money from non-circulating supply because this is what people keep asking for, and then they're burning it, which really does nothing. It does prevent that money from being sold in the future though once it's unlocked from Unicrypt, but it doesn't necessarily do much for our price because the money was never circulating in the first place. So that's very, very important to look at. And I just thought I would show that. But anyways, this is a very good post here. I definitely encourage everyone in the Baby Doge army to go ahead and look at this because it's a very good post. But anyways, moving on from that, we're gonna go over some more Baby Doge stuff now that we've talked about what you need to know. And hopefully everyone listens and learns this. But unfortunately, a lot of people, not a lot, a small minority of people are just not going to listen up to it. They're just going to be stupid and just continue to speak their opinions as if they're facts when we actually went over the facts. And I showed you the Unicrypt. I showed you the proof. Like the money in Unicrypt is literally locked in there. That is what Unicrypt is for. It's for token locking. That's why the money is in there. And when they pull from that and then burn it, they're literally pulling from the non-circulating supply and then burning it, which does nothing for price. It's a fact. But moving on from there, shout out to the Baby Doge army. Shout out to the people that can accept facts, and to the people that can't accept facts and just only stick with their opinions. Shout out to them as well because they create conversations like this, which is good for learning for everybody else. So it's still good that we have people that don't understand and that we have people that do understand. It just helps spread more knowledge. So shout out to them as well. Moving on from here, we're going to look at some Baby Doge stuff over here. So right now, Baby Doge has $28.46 million in Baby Doge swap liquidity, which is pretty good. Volume right now at 259K. A little bit low for the volume, but it's been low for a little while. DeFi in general has been on the lower side. So a lot of money has been flowing out of DeFi right now. We're at rank 166. I remember being at rank 190 for Baby Doge swap, which it sucks being this low. Because if you look like back here, like we were high inside ranking back in 2022 and 2021. But back in 2022, we were doing very good in Baby Doge swap. Very, very good. But now everything's kind of going down. So what can you do? I'm actually going to go down here and show you all something like very important looking at Baby Doge swap. So we'll go ahead and click Baby Doge swap here, and we'll just look at all time for Baby Doge swap. From October 2022, 16 million, we quickly ramped all the way up here to 68.5 million February 16th, 2023. That's when we were like rank 90. We were very, very high on the rank for that. So yeah, I really want to get back up there. I remember just seeing it. I put like $70 in Baby Doge swap way back here. And as Baby Doge swap was going up, when I in my farms, that $75 went to like $195. And yeah, it was very nice to see how the growth was with Baby Doge swap. And it could have went much, much higher if we would have stayed in a bull market. If we would have stayed in a bull market for the overall crypto market, then we could have quite possibly got all the way up to like a 200 to a $500 million total value locked inside of Baby Doge swap. Just imagine that. $500 million locked in Baby Doge swap. Like that would be huge. But we'll have to wait until that happens again. Let's go over the technical analysis now, though, for Baby Doge. So looking at the prices here, we're now dropping below this support. Like we keep hitting the same support, but now it looks like we're about to drop below it. We're probably going to go down to this momentum wave band, and that is around 8Z1290. So 8Z129. And that looks like what we're about to do now. We're at 8Z14 at the moment. So we're probably going to go down to 8Z129. So if you're wondering what I mean by 8Z, that's 8 zeros after the decimal place. So 8 zeros after the decimal place, which is 0.000000014. So 8Z14. So I just say that because I'm not going to say all those zeros every time. But yeah, we're probably going to end up pulling back down here to 8Z1290. So we'll probably pull back down there. And then from there, whenever we get to the momentum wave band, like the green momentum wave band, that's pretty much a support area, and it pretty much indicates that we're going to have more demand for our supply demand. Now, it's a very lightly shaded green area at 8Z1250 down here. So there's always the possibility that it does go a little bit lower to the more dark shaded green area, which is 8Z1130, which is a really good buying opportunity. So if we were to fall down here to 8Z1130, then we would probably have more demand and then start to rise from there in Baby Doge. Now, looking at the oscillator, you can also see on the oscillator all that volume going downwards. This is pretty much showing that there's a possibility that we could also rise as well. So if we don't go all the way down here and we just stop halfway to this red line here at 8Z1320 and then just go up from here, then the next area for us to go would obviously be the support, or no, this resistance at 8Z16, and then this area right before the resistance at 8Z1550. So we can watch out for those to see exactly what happens for that. And that was the 4-hour chart that we were looking at. This right here being the 15-minute chart. Now, this chart right here is very short term. Like I wouldn't really focus too much on the 15-minute chart because it's just too volatile. I mean, the prices aren't going to move as well. So yeah, you're just going to be stressing yourself out looking at such a short-term chart. So when you're looking at Baby Doge specifically, I like to look at the 4-hour chart. But yeah, this is pretty much all I got for you all today. If you would like these trading view indicators, which are actually very, very good, they give good buy and sell signals, then you would definitely want to come here to chartprime.com, click the link in the description, and you can try risk-free for 7 days. And this is a 7-day money-back guarantee for your premium monthly, for your premium quarterly, and for your premium yearly. And if you want, you can get a premium lifetime for a one-time fee. If you're an everyday trader and you make good money trading and you like to use indicators while you're trading, you could probably recoup this whole $1,100 within maybe a week if you're really good at trading. So yeah, definitely come check this out. And if you're really serious about trading, it's a good investment. Like I said, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Link in the description for Chart Prime. Go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe, all that good stuff. And as always, I'll be back with another video.